It seems impossible that one athlete can possess such talent. It resembles an unfair advantage that somehow slipped through regulations. Caitlin Clark is shooting from ranges so ridiculous the officials are starting to reconsider rules, because it practically shattered the competition. Opponents rush to challenge only to witness powerlessly as the ball swishes through repeatedly. She's so dominant that she's casually proposing a 4-point boundary because honestly the three-pointer is beginning to seem like a simple basket for her. What Caitlin Clark moment was so disputed that it almost destroyed the competition? You won't believe how this concludes. Against Chicago Sky, 5 assists, herself, Clark drops a bomb. It's good. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese compete in the WNBA, the Professional Women's League, and honestly the excitement became even more heightened. You wanted witnessing if Angel Reese could finally gain advantage, if she could support all the boasting now that they're competing with professionals. But what occurred? Caitlin Clark embarrassed her in a manner so savage, so undeniable, that it practically shattered the competition. The atmosphere was intense. Reese had been outspoken about demonstrating herself in the organization, and Clark, she was simply doing what she consistently does, dominating. Then arrived the moment. A typical athlete wouldn't even consider it, but Clark, she launched, sank the attempt smoothly, and rotated back defensively before the ball even touched the mesh. And there was Angel Reese, frozen in the instance, compelled to observe as Clark's assurance and ability communicated stronger than any verbal sparring ever could. This wasn't collegiate competition anymore, and Clark ensured you understood it. Angel Reese had zero option but to accept it. No finger gestures this occasion, no taunting, just the brutal truth that in this organization, words don't secure victories, talent does. And Caitlin Clark possesses abundance of it. Where has this occurred previously? Oh, there it is, you recall it. The 2023 NCAA Women's National Championship. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, the rematch everyone anticipated. The pressure higher than before. This was the most watched women's basketball contest in recorded history, and Clark, she appeared like a once-in-a-generation phenomenon, delivering a showing so disputed, so electrifying, that it practically transformed the competition permanently. From the initial jump ball you recognized Clark wasn't here playing cautiously. She emerged aggressive, launching threes from ranges that should be prohibited. You witnessed it, LSU's opponents scrambling, uncertain whether to defend her at midcourt or risk allowing her unguarded attempts. And every occasion they wavered, splash. Clark accumulated 30 points, delivering spectacular passes while penetrating through the opposition with the accuracy of a professional. Yet despite Clark's excellence, dispute captured attention. You recall Angel Reese's now legendary taunt, that "you can't see me" motion, the finger indicating at her championship finger, pursuing Clark around the floor in the closing minutes. It was the ultimate antagonist action, a moment that ignited arguments for months. And ultimately, even though Iowa lost, you understood what you had just witnessed. Clark had surpassed the sport. But like I mentioned, she wasn't finished. Against Dallas Wings, you understood Caitlin Clark was exceptional, but this contest, this was unique. This was the instance she went complete basketball wizard, channeling the essence of Steph Curry, while making opponents resemble computer-generated characters in a video game. September 10, 2024, Indiana Fever versus Dallas Wings, and you got to experience history. Right from the opening tip, you could sense Clark was focused. You witnessed it. She launched from the parking area for her opening three, and Dallas had that "oh no" expression on their expressions. But it was too late. That attempt splashed through, and you just understood this was about to become absurd. And absurd it became. Clark produced a career-best 35 points, officially schooling every opponent who attempted guarding her. It didn't matter what Dallas deployed at her. Traps, double coverage, desperate attempts. She was burning everything available. And by conclusion, the Fever won 97-84, and Clark had officially shattered another milestone. She exceeded Simone Augustus for the most points by a first-year player in WNBA history. Simone Augustus, a legend, and Clark in her rookie campaign, just casually surpassed her. This was merely the start, but what occurs next will transform everything again. Caitlin versus Dallas Wings. When you consider Caitlin Clark's most mind-blowing assist, one moment stands out that left supporters and experts in amazement. During a contest between the Indiana Fever and the Dallas Wings on July 17, 2024, Clark delivered a showing for the record books, establishing a WNBA single-game milestone with 19 assists. Clark's 19 assists shattered the previous WNBA single-game milestone of 18, established by Courtney Vandersloot in 2020. Clark's combined scoring and assists represented 66 of the Fever's total scoring, highlighting her essential position in the squad's attack. Isn't this the greatest first-year player the competition has witnessed? Here's where it becomes even wilder. Away from the floor, a major dispute emerged involving WNBA icon Sheryl Swoopes. During a transmission of a Fever Wings contest, Swoopes was dismissed from her commentary responsibilities following critical comments about Clark, resulting in her substitution by Nancy Lieberman. Caitlin Clark was so dominant her critics became unemployed, and it becomes even better. Against New York Liberty, Caitlin Clark's legendary triple-double on July 6, 2024, where she achieved 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 13 assists in the Indiana Fever's 83-78 triumph over the New York Liberty, was a monumental accomplishment in WNBA records. Caitlin Clark delivered a deep logo-distance three-pointer in the fourth period, sinking it with flawless technique and assurance to quiet the Liberty audience and change momentum in Indiana's advantage. However, this achievement also triggered substantial dispute. Some individuals felt the press was promoting Clark excessively, claiming her ethnicity and orientation contributed significantly to all the focus she received. Others contended that this removed the attention away from other athletes who merited equal recognition. The entire argument ignited discussions about prejudice and inclusion in sports journalism. But here's what they're not revealing. Caitlin Clark is the representation of the WNBA, whether they admit this or not. Against Connecticut Sun, in a contest against the Los Angeles Sparks on May 28, 2024, Caitlin Clark delivered an outstanding showing, achieving 30 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. This accomplishment made her the quickest first-year player in WNBA records to reach 100 points and 50 assists within merely 8 contests. Caitlin Clark rejected Rickea Jackson's attempt, secured the ball, and after a full-court pass, hit a deep three-pointer. This also triggered arguments about the changing mechanics of the competition. Good luck capturing lightning in a container, but we need to address this disputed moment that modified the regulations again. Caitlin versus Los Angeles Sparks. Caitlin Clark's showing against the Los Angeles Sparks on May 28, 2024, was nothing less than remarkable. She collected 30 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 rejections, becoming the quickest athlete to reach 100 points and 50 assists in merely 8 contests. Caitlin Clark launched a three-pointer from the right side just 66 seconds into the contest, energizing the audience and establishing the pace for her 30-point showing. Some experts proposed that Clark's superiority might result in regulation modifications to preserve competitive fairness. How can a single athlete's extraordinary ability make the existing regulations unjust? That's brilliance, but it's merely touching the surface. Against Washington Mystics, in the June 7, 2024 contest against the Washington Mystics, Caitlin Clark's outstanding showing, 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, was critical in the Indiana Fever's 85-83 triumph. Caitlin Clark seized the contest by force with a deep, ice-cold three-pointer in the critical moment, displaying her trademark distance and courageous shot creation to help guarantee victory. This contest drew considerable focus due to Clark's record equaling 7 three-pointers, matching the WNBA first-year milestone established by Rhonda Mapp in 1997. The dispute originated from arguments about the reliability of officiating and the roughness permitted against rookies, triggering conversations about potential regulation changes to guarantee equal competition. But here's the most critical aspect. Caitlin Clark is only disputed because she is the revolutionary, not just for Indiana Fever but for the complete organization. The disputed Caitlin Clark impact. Caitlin Clark's extraordinary showings have substantially influenced women's basketball, resulting in boosted attendance and press focus. Notably, 6 WNBA squads have relocated their contests against the Indiana Fever to bigger arenas to handle the increasing interest credited to the Caitlin Clark phenomenon. 41 of 44 Indiana Fever contests are now on nationwide television. This is the most nationwide television contest for a single squad in organization records. But experts and the press similarly consider it necessary to provide acknowledgement to other athletes in an effort to reduce the amount of recognition Caitlin Clark receives for the newfound appeal of the WNBA. But the statistics don't deceive, and they all indicate one first-year player, Caitlin Clark. If you appreciated this content, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for additional updates. Stay watching.